Hey, this is the second part of my Overwatch expired video, so if you haven't seen that, you don't have to watch it, but that would actually make a lot of sense because in this video I will be reacting, or more specifically discussing all the comments left under that video. So for a better viewing experience you can go ahead and watch that before going into this one, and if you just don't care, then have fun me reacting to those silly comments. Enjoy! Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of a YouTuber asking his viewers to leave some comments and actually using them in his video. Today I wanted to read the comments from the last video because I kindly asked you guys to leave some comments. What do you think about current situation of Overwatch 2 and do you even still play the game? Many people actually came out with their experience and they left some varying comments, which gave me a feeling that Overwatch 2 player base are just a bunch of masochists, because at the end every player that actually agreed that he is still playing Overwatch 2 has also said the game is bad and feels awful to play, or there's something wrong with the game. So I need to react to it, I need to milk you guys for more content, and I want to show some spotlight to the most interesting comments I have found under my previous video. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into that, shall we? Are you still playing Overwatch 2? No, I've quit at the end of Season 10 because it's not fun anymore for me. I like playing Wrecking Ball, but I cannot play the character I love. Solo tanking, it's just pain, every game is just Roadhog, Sombra, Cass and Brig. I'll stop reading right here, you can read the rest of the comment if you want to, but in short, this guy is struggling with the counter swapping. This will be a recurring theme in this video. A lot of people are struggling, or to my surprise, some people have never experienced counter-swapping in their life, but we'll get to that later. But for those who don't understand this issue, counter-swapping means when you play a certain hero, there are other heroes that counter them pretty well. Their kit is suited to outperform your personal kit that you choose. So, in short, by Overwatch allowing hero swapping freely whenever you're doing better or you're dominating in your team, for example, the enemy team has a chance to swap their characters to nullify specifically your character, which from the perspective of the player that was doing well feels at least annoying, to say the least, which in turn equals horrible gameplay experience for both of the players, because at the same time the people who were counter swapping need to let go of playing their preferable character, because it might turn out that you as the player dominating the lobby was actually countering the enemy team composition, so they just naturally fight back by swapping into a more favorable comp, which is understandable but at the same time annoying. Can we just admit that Paladins is better than Overwatch 2, at this point at least? No, but it's getting horrifyingly close. Well, Overwatch 2 was okay at first, but the aging was as if it was thrown down the stairs. With the power of editing, I will visualize this comment.
Julian!
I bought Overwatch when it launched, had it pre-ordered even, kept playing off and on whenever there was something going on with the events. I was able to keep up with it until the announcement of Overwatch 2. Once I heard the dreaded words Battle Pass, I was out. Gave it a shot a year or so in at the request of a friend and hated the changes. I don't think I'll be going back again. See, the keyword in this comment is Battle Pass, and I think this is the most agreed topic among gamers. People are tired with the Battle Pass system. It's very predatory towards the gamers because it acts as a very big value product that you buy. You spend little to no money, which is, for example, $10, $5, I don't know, Fortnite. In Overwatch's case, it's 1,000 golden coins that, yes, you can earn in-game, but you need to grind the hell out of that for 3 seasons straight. And for that, you don't unlock any items initially. You need to play the game, so you need to spend even more time. So when the game doesn't feel fun to play, or you simply just don't enjoy it, but you really want that shiny item that is somewhere at the end of that battle pass, you really are sacrificing the most precious resource that you have, which is your time. You're wasting time playing and grinding out the game for no other reason than just to not miss out on that item that was at the end. You are being hit with something very common in the marketing strategy space, which is FOMO, which is fear of missing out. By using this tier system, games are very effectively sucking the players in, and they are inflating their numbers, their hours played, the players that are actually playing the game, just because the rewards that they want to get require a lot of playing time and grind, which is healthy for the game from the executive's point of view. That's phenomenal numbers, it's doing a great job, but at the end, players, after a bunch of years getting exploited by this system, gamers are just feeling tired seeing every single new title that is coming out utilizing the same exact cookie cutter system called the Battle Pass, which I totally understand by this comment, and good on you not coming back to the game. There's really nothing much you're missing out on, buddy, trust me. Also, we're seeing a little friend factor coming in that I will touch upon later. I don't know, I disagree with most of this. Yeah, there's too many paid skins, but that's all I dislike about it. And I really disagree about the developers only caring about making new cosmetics. The game gets updated with balancing and mechanic tweaks a lot in accordance to community feedback. This makes it a bit chaotic, but I like it, keeps the game fresh. I'll use the age-old argument, which is chess, which is a game that has been never updated, and it's still phenomenal to play. Now, Overwatch compared to chess is like comparing garbage to gold. Overwatch had its initial identity when it came out, when it was designed from the ground up. It was a 6v6 game mode with the 2-2-2 meta that was in mind to actually get some structure in both teams. But ever since, there has been too many changes added to the game, which are the 5v5 formats changes, which are the passive changes, which are the overloaded kits of some newer characters, which are the damage numbers being lowered and health pools being raised. It's a totally different game now, and I personally don't enjoy it. I'd like my game to be stable. I want my game to feel like something I recognize whenever I come back to, not every season being something different, something I need to get used to and something I need to abuse in order to win my games, like a meta that is so strong that you basically cannot ignore it. That's what I don't like. And once again, there is counter swapping mentioned, but apparently this guy has never experienced it, so good on ya, I guess. I have fun on Reinhardt somehow, and to that I say congratulations, my man. I kinda stopped playing Overwatch because of counter swap mechanic. I understand that this is indeed a part of the game, but lately it has gone extreme. I feel like because of it, every single match feels the same, facing same characters on the same map over and over. I log into Overwatch thinking, oh damn, I really want to play my favorite character. I'm having fun playing the character. Somebody insta swaps after one death, so now I'm at a disadvantage. I swap to the character that I don't want to play, enemy counter swaps again, I swap to counter their swap, repeat. This summarizes the counter swapping meta very well. I'm pretty sure there's basically nothing you can do other than just try your best to fight against your counters. When you have a hero-based shooter or class-based shooter, of course there will be characters that you prefer to play, but with the counter swapping there is almost a guarantee that if you're good at your character and you're good at doing your job, you will be suffering from that because the enemy team will prioritize countering you. I don't know what you guys think about that. Many people have already talked about it, many people have already discussed there in separate videos, but I want to know your guys' opinion about that. What do you guys think about hero locking? So for the entire match, you are locked with one hero and every single player is locked with that hero and you just have to play that match. Leave your opinions down in the comments. I'll promise I'll read all of them. Trust me, I swear. I load into a quick play match and instantly tilt because it's push or flashpoint instead of something fun. And here's my little quirky reply, but yeah, in short, push is a diabolical game mode. It really hurts my head, but flashpoint is still something new for the game. I'd say it's still better than push, definitely. I wouldn't say it's worse than some core game modes like Payload or King of the Hill because it's an okay game mode. I only play Overwatch when I'm playing 6v6 custom games. Now, in the previous video, I have mentioned that yes, Overwatch is that kind of game that the core gameplay, which is provided by the quick play and competitive modes, is less fun than custom game modes that players create. And in this case, a 6v6 custom game mode, I'm sure can be more fun than the regular quick play. I quit Overwatch like 3 months ago. Don't like there only being one tank, and also don't like how everything is so broadly and less strategy by this point. Also, for some reason, my productivity and will to live shot through the roof after quitting. That is very questionable behavior. How could that be? Also, Illuminati HD himself mentions something very important, which is the brawly feeling of the team fights. And I'd say I agree. I still remember Overwatch 1 days where people were coming out and strategizing left and right how to outperform their enemies, how to get some very important initial picks like Orisa, Roadhog strategies like Zarya, Reinhardt, so to coordinate a normal push. But nowadays, it's just a fist fight. Just throw everything on the point, throw everything at the objective, and see who has the better skills or has the better cooldowns or has Kiriko in their team. It really comes to preference because some players really like to strategize. They really like the 5v5 format because it is less chaotic and is more important on the teamwork. But some other players just really want to go in solo. They really want to feel like they are the king of the world. They are dominating the lobby by solo fragging everyone left and right. So you need to find a sweet spot between how to satisfy these kinds of players and these other kinds of players, which is probably impossible. If you try to satisfy everyone, then no one will be satisfied, and that's just a fact. I'm sorry to break it down to you. I still play Overwatch, just not nearly as much as I used to. I like to pop in every now and then to see what new heroes or events are happening, but I never stick to it for more than a week anymore. And I could actually sign myself under this comment, right? I feel like that's the exact same approach I have. Every time there is a new hero, I must check it out, because first of all, I'm a content creator and I need to know these kinds of things, and second of all, it's just simply out of my human interest. I want to know what's the new shiny toy that is added, and I really don't care about a new map. I really don't care about the new skins. Something gameplay related as much as a new character to play and something to master, something to learn and understand. So I think Overwatch 2 is really lacking this kind of nuance. The Overwatch 2 update experience is all the same every single time new season comes out. One new hero or zero new heroes coming out. There's usually one or zero new mobs coming out. There might be a new game mode, which is very good. New game modes are always welcome. And the rest is just cosmetic items. Nobody cares about these kinds of updates. Maybe the hero one, right? The hero one is exception, and maybe game modes and maps, but that's the period. Overwatch needs to actually introduce something brand new the players have never seen. Something like the Archives event from Overwatch 1 was a phenomenal break from the classic quick play or comp grind you had back then. So you have this brand new campaign mission to play by yourself or with your buddies, but now they are locking this kind of experience behind very big paywalls for absolutely no reason. It is abysmal how they brought back PvE just to lock it behind this heavy paywall. It's actually baffling to me. But I really think that Overwatch 2 is lacking this kind of content, this kind of new experience. Maybe something like Halloween's Junkenstein, but make it brand new, make it feel brand new, not just reskin, not just reimagine that mode. Make something brand new that players have never experienced in this game, and utilize the hero mechanics, utilize the amazing map design that you'll already have, and utilize the goddamn IP and its uniqueness, because if you don't, I'm gonna be really pissed. And by pissed, I mean I'm just not gonna make any more content for the game, which I'm already on a great road to. So good job, Blizzard. Keep on stealing that breast milk of yours. I've played a few hours of Overwatch 2, and so far I haven't really enjoyed the game without my friends. I'm gonna pause right here, and yes, we are bringing back the friend factor. I already said I have made a video about that in the past, and you guys just ignored it for some reason, but it's such an important topic, how much the games nowadays rely on you playing with your friends. If the game is not enjoyable by yourself, if you're playing solo, then the game is ass. If you enjoy the game by playing with your friends, that's congratulations, eureka, you just found out how friends work. Anything you do with your friends will be fun. Even kicking stones on the ground will be fun with your friends. Just imagine walking down the street and you're kicking stones by yourself. You're just a moron. You're just a sad, lonely moron. But if you're doing it with one or two people, now you're having a blast with your buddies and no one is batting an eye. I would say that I'm still playing the game because of the characters. Yes, this is a very important factor as well. Overwatch has a lot of characters, maybe not that many like in League, for example, but it still has a big enough roster for some players to really connect with singular one or two characters. Sadly, you probably won't see anything like that in any other game. Like, compare Junkrat to Demoman and TF2, these are just not the same kind of things. They both have grenade launchers, but that's it. Demoman isn't as crazy and acoustic as Junkrat, and Junkrat doesn't charge with a sword and a shield into battle. This is just the sad truth, and that's how you know you're addicted to a game, which is a giant red flag, but at the same time, there's not much you can do about this, so I just feel sorry. Especially that you like Symmetra, that is the biggest L in the world. Loved Overwatch 1, was Plat Diamond Reinhardt main with Soul. They broke my heart with this piece of Battle Pass crap I once called my favorite game. Met awesome people and had a good time, but I had to stop playing over a year ago cause Overwatch 2 is just a sad shadow of its former shiny self. And a nice comment saying good video. Okay, thank you very much first of all, but second of all, Reinhardt is basically unplayable nowadays because of how many dashes and jumps every single new hero has. Like Sojourn can just slide away, Kiriko can just dip out away, and Venture can just do whatever Venture does away with you. Reinhardt isn't a character that is staying very well the test of time, because right now Reinhardt went from being an absolute frontlining beast to a punching bag with a big shield. Also, once again, we're seeing the battle pass criticism, which is understandable. I completely agree. Half of it is rewards that players don't even care about, like souvenirs, like the backgrounds for their profiles. Nobody cares about that, really. Or even profile pictures. Already players have discovered their favorite profile picture. You're not besting this with another garbage like this one. Overwatch was doomed from the beginning. Blizzard execs only greenlit the project on the promise it would be an esport. It never stood a chance of just being a high quality game by a passionate development team. You see, I disagree with this comment because esports scene was kind of down because of the COVID, because of the lack of organization, because of a questionable system that was in place, and maybe because everything was enforced by Blizzard. There was lack of freedom from the environment around to actually form naturally, to make the natural interest from the outside players communities grow naturally. You see, I'm using the word naturally a lot because that's what Blizzard did. They gate-locked the esports scene into their own little product, their own little project that they wanted to watch grow. But sadly, it's just not how things work. If you're trying to make something successful artificially, it will fail. Overwatch 1 was a great game. Overwatch 2 is also a great game, but it's just not handled very well. It's handled with a lack of respect, and it's handled by some incompetent morons who just only care about the money. The gameplay changes are, as someone said before in the comments, I really don't remember the name, I'm sorry, I will probably pop up the comment on the screen right now, but they are constantly changing and balancing the game. You know why? Because they want you, the players, to shut up and just play the game and keep on buying the battle pass. That's why. They are really just trying to give a little plaster, a little bandage on a sinking ship, just to make things as okay as they can be. Not good, just okay. Okay enough for you to keep on playing the game and keep on grinding the battle passes they are pumping out each season. Quickplay has become such a sweatfest. I just want to play my favorite character and chill, but it's impossible. Yeah, I'll stop right here. This quickplay being sweaty is also a very important factor because of the swapping meta, because of the counterplay meta, and because of the limited players in each team, which is a 5v5 now, if you somehow forgot about that. People are more entitled into trying to win each game because the individual impact is so low that the only thing left for some players to do is to criticize how other people are playing. And it's not criticism in a form of a trash talk, like a traditional trash talk saying, oh, you suck, oh, and I slept with your mom. No, it's the kind of trash talk where you go out of your way to stop and AFK in your spawn just to say that your support is playing poorly. This accomplishes nothing, and this also makes the entire gameplay experience fall down. But that's also understandable because if you yourself are playing bad and you are raised as a little pretty princess that doesn't see any mistakes coming from your end, then the only thing you can do, like physically, to actually impact the game is to slur at your teammates because you are so powerless because of the 5v5 format and because of how the game works. That's just simple logic. Quit Overwatch and your life immediately improves. Try now! If only I discovered it, I don't know, like 1 or 2 years ago. The most fun match of Overwatch I had lately was playing arcade and talking crap about Blizzard with a ball player while I bubbled him as Zarya. This comment shows that still there is some hope in the community where we, the players of Overwatch 2, can unite and agree on one topic: that the game and the company behind the game is actually ass. The only mode in Overwatch 2 I find playable is open queue, but I feel like they ruined that mode with passives. I myself don't play much open queue. I played a bit from time to time, but the passives are something very questionable, especially the tank passive, making every single tank basically unkillable by the environmental way, which is pushing players into holes, pushing players off the map or into some dangerous hazards. This is no longer the case. You cannot outplay a high health character by insta-killing them because they are just so fat. This is the case of the game trying too hard to be balanced and ignoring the fun factor. Environmental kills are something that players are going out of their way to accomplish or are specifically setting up to do, because you know why? Because it's fun to kill players with a unique strategy, with something that you don't expect or at least you don't expect outside Ilias well. It's always satisfying to get that instant kill by doing something unconventional, and it's just part of what makes Overwatch great. But with the passive changes like self-healing on the DPS, like the previously mentioned knockback reduction on tanks, the game is really trying its best to counter whatever they're trying to accomplish, which is trying to make the individual players impact more, but at the same time they're adding stuff that is making the individual impact less important or less possible. The game is in a way contradicting itself, which is a very bad sign, and I think this is a great conclusion to the entire video. Overwatch players are masochists who are still playing the game even though they can all agree it's garbage, the company behind it's garbage, but they still will buy the battle passes and buy every single monetized piece the game has to offer. I personally recommend not supporting Blizzard or Overwatch in this case at all, which is not spending a penny or a dime on it. But at the same time, I am not your father and I will not tell you what to do with your money that you stole from your mommy. I agree with what most of you guys said in these comments, and I am once again very thankful for everything that you guys left down there. If you have something more to say about the topic, then come join the Discord server where I have a dedicated chat for discussions just strictly. And yeah, that's the end of the video and the classic. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.